game plan around him so that he didn't have too much responsibility. Now, I don't think they can heap enough things on his shoulders because they know he can handle them.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, Carr finding time. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And now the defense for Dallas.
Randy Gregory entered the league with people excited about his pass rushing skills. They continue to stay excited about his potential.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing his car on 3rd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Okay, starting lineup time offensively, Charles, for the Dallas Cowboys.
And how about them at number 4 in the 2016 draft? Big needs on the defensive line. And they go with the running back.
They go star power.
They went star power, but Ezekiel Elliott, in a lot of ways, was exactly the right decision. When they had winning success in 2014, they did it running the football. Elliott can do that for them again.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The 3rd and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure, meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
The play clock's running down. Running with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. A first down carry by Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Give him 27 yards that time. And the Cowboys are set up now with a 1st and goal.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Let's go! Brand 38!
Now Elliott. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here we go!
They'll try again with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Come on, let's go!
Here's Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
Come on, let's go!
Now Prescott on 4th down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
False start, offense.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 4 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
And we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
They come up in an offset eye. Looking to throw. Prescott firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now back onto the field. Here comes the Cowboys defense. They were able to force that 3 and out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3 and outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8, now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He's got to, and he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Randy Gregory able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Here's Carr. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. A second down throw for Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's the option going right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up. Oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who's that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Can't find anyone open. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On second down, here's Carr. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's got time. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Surveying the field. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now the ball comes loose. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Carr now on 1st down. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. That one goes for 34 yards. And that'll be good for an Oakland first down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, it's Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Finding time. Oh, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. So we have... All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. 3rd quarter now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Prescott now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So out come the Raiders. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Carr now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Now Carr again. He's got time in the pocket. Going to throw right side here. Complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's got time. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Here's Carr surveying the field. Going right side here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Carr to throw again. He's going to air one out. Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Their big-bodied receiver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's Carr to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 14 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And he fins him off. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now Carr. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be taken at the 13. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. And he motions the wide receiver. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And a cut to the sideline. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. That brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. 3rd down now following the completed pass.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it, to see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Second down, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Carr to throw on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Finding time. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Carr, got to have this one. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in the touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Prescott now. Escaping the pressure right. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing here, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
First down, Carr. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. On second down, here's Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
All right, here we go. Red 18.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, it's...
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that you needed 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll need to get the ball back.
So, Brandon, the question is, how do you accomplish that? You can onside kick it, or remember, since you've got all 3 timeouts, you can still kick it deep and try to play defense.
And now here come the Cowboys. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but...
Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the run.
Here we go. What?
Well, Prescott here to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
Let's go. Red 38. Red 38.
On third down. Elliott. And some room to work. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Bryant spread out to the right.
Let's go.
Prescott to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Prescott. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful where he gets rid of the football from that spot.
Yeah, they say there was a receiver in the area, though.
Yeah. There's always a receiver in the area.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing his Carr on third down. Cooper's got it. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And they'll stop it with 4 seconds showing on the clock. This will likely be the last play and wrap things up. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. One final try now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody. The made, well, they're way too strong, but ain't nobody saying sorry. Speak